Hello and welcome to the BuyAirsoft overview video for the SRC SR16-A3 Gen 2. Before we get started, if you're interested in more airsoft products or want to see more of our videos in the future, be sure you've subscribed and have tagged the notification bell for alerts on future uploads. First up, here's what you can expect to find inside the box of the SR16-A3. The SRC SR16-A3 Gen 2 rifle itself, with one 300 round high cap metal magazine, an optional orange tip, the rifle's instruction manual, a cleaning and unjamming rod, and finally, one front sight adjustment tool. Let's get down to some of the features on this M16. The upper and lower receivers, barrel assembly, and iron sights are completely made of metal, while the handguard, stock, and grip are made of plastic. To the rear, the butt plate on the stock is made of metal and is stippled for a solid grip while shouldering. Opening this port reveals your battery compartment. It's quite a roomy stock, so you won't have to limit yourself to small, low-capacity batteries. Moving on to the carry handle and iron sights, which are again completely constructed of metal. The rear sight is adjustable for windage by twisting this knob here to the right, and elevation by turning this knob down here. There are two different apertures for different light levels. The carry handle is removable by backing off these two knobs here, which reveals a standard Picatinny rail, which allows you to add additional optics like a red dot or scope. The front sight is adjustable winged post sight, which you can adjust by using this little tool here included in the box. Simply push and turn to your desired height. The handguard is completely removable. To remove the handguard, just pull down on the delta ring here and separate the two. It's that easy. This will be beneficial to know if you plan on installing a new front end to your M16. Whether you want to upgrade it for one with M-Lock or key mod slots, for example, or install an older style like an M16A1 triangle handguard. At the front end of the rifle, we have a couple things to note. A completely removable flash hider, which will reveal a 14mm negative thread for the addition of a suppressor or tracer unit, and a bayonet lug if you are inclined to include one on your kit. This gun has two sling mounts, here and here, in case you're required to sling your primary and use your secondary weapon. Pulling back on the charging handle gives us access to the hop-up unit here. The mock bolt remains open, so you won't need to use both hands, which is kind of nice. To close the bolt, simply push forward on the charging handle. There is a movable forward assist button on this rifle, however it is there for realism and doesn't actually do anything. Our selector is standard to an M16, which has safe, semi, and full auto. There is a nice notable click while we move the selector. There is also a bolt release switch just above here, but again, it is only there for realism and doesn't serve a purpose with this specific airsoft rifle. The magazine release just to the left is again standard to an M16 and feels of decent quality. The magazine clicks in right away without having to push the button or wiggling that mag around so that the mag release engages. Trigger and trigger guard are made of metal for extra durability as well. Lastly, we have our grip, which has phenomenal sipling and feels great in the hand. The magazine is completely made of metal and holds 300 rounds. To use, all you need to do is open the BB port here, fill up the reservoir until it's full, and then wind the wheel down at the bottom. We'll now take the rifle into the range to see what it can do. With the length and the bulkiness of the 16A3, it might not make for the best indoor rifle, but it'll be a solid DMR platform for outdoor combat. It maintained a very impressive 405 FPS with a deterrence of about 1 FPS. And on 11.16, it gave us about 17 rounds a second. This concludes our overview video for the SRC SR16-A3 Gen 2. Direct links to its product page will be provided down below. Feel free to leave us a comment, we'll do our best to get back to you. Subscribe, leave a like on the video, and as always, have that notification bell tagged for future uploads. Thanks for watching.